This is the bearing from that wondrously bad front wheel hub on the M923. Just blew me away when I saw a picture of it. Here, I'll put it up on the screen so you can see it. Amazing, isn't it? I mean, I was struggling to figure out what could have caused that kind of damage, and the working theory, after talking with Dad, was greases that fought each other. But it's been, it's been decades since you had greases of two different kinds enough that they would, other than maybe some of the high-end synthetics that would tack a regular petroleum base. But the days of vegetable and animal and sperm whale oil grease are gone. And it wasn't until I knocked the inner bearing out of its hole that I finally discovered what the culprit was. He was put in dry. Notice how you can see in between all the rollers completely. There never was any grease on this. Oh, maybe somebody had wiped it down with gear oil or something, but there never was any grease on this. God, I'm so lucky it didn't seize. Compare it with this one. This is the outer one, and this is after I've tried to clean it a number of times, and yet you can still see it's caked with nasty hardened grease everywhere. I haven't tried to clean this at all. This thing, there's the oil seal. This thing was totally dry. I have no idea how long it was running like that. It couldn't have been running long. Look at the race, it's all blued. Couldn't have been running too very, very long. The hub still does appear to be okay. I'm going to try to salvage it. So, I don't have a bearing press kit large enough for these things. I could try fighting it into my small press, but what if it doesn't have the oomph? My thought was to heat this with a plumbing torch, just good and warm, 150, so maybe even a little more degrees, and then drop the new races into a bath of dry ice and alcohol and try to cool them off, and maybe they could then just be, tip tap 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 with just the butt end of a wooden hammer, and they might actually drop in there really nice between the two of them. And then, anyways, we'll have to get creative, I think. But yeah, bearing put in dry. I alone drove this truck well, not quite 2,000 miles, but I've put at least 1,500 on it. 1,000 miles in one shot driving it home, and that hub, outside of the hub, still didn't feel warm. I bet if I'd touched the inside of the hub, it would have been warm. I don't know what I would have done on the road like that, but at least I would have known it was in there. It didn't get too hot because the inside bearing surface is incompletely blued, so I think everything's going to survive. But amazing. You know what happens? Happens to all of us. I remember knocking the races in a Dodge 1-ton pickup, and I was tired, and I put the races in the wrong way down twice. Put it in the wrong way. Oh crap. Knocked them out. They were still okay. I better make sure I don't do it. And then I put them back in the wrong way. I knocked it. Anyways, truck's still on the road, so it's fine. But I've never seen that before. Somebody was tired.